Good morning, 4th grade. Happy Thursday. Today we want to work on reviewing our story. Hopefully you listened to my first video about the goat and the fox. Kind of a nice little fable to get us started this morning. And now we want to review our story, The Secret Message. The first story in Unit 2. Unit 2 is all about animals. Our essential question this week is, what can we learn from animals? And so in this story, hopefully we can learn from the parrot. And one of the lessons I think we learned was that he relied on his friends to get him help out of his cage. I really like these Thursday assignments because they always give us a page number where we can go back to. One of the most important things that we can learn this year is sometimes I don't know all the answers, but if I know where to look, I can always find the answers. Life's a lot about finding answers. When you get a little bit older, you'll realize that you find answers from, other teachers in my case, or find answers from pastors, or you can find answers from, the internet. You can use your phone to find the answers, or you can find them from parents in your guys' case. So we want to be able to find answers, and today we're going to use our books. It says reread the story and complete the following to find the theme. We're working on theme, so clue, 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 and then finally way down at the bottom, that's the theme. What do we learn? The lesson we learned from this story. How does the merchant try to make life easier for the parrot? Does the parrot appreciate it? Explain. So we're on page 92 and 93. The pictures help me remember what the story was about because I'm a picture person. Here we got the little dinky cage, and then we got this big, huge, ginormous cage. So I'm pretty sure it has to do with the cage. The merchant rewarded the parrot with a large golden cage. I found it. How does the merchant try to make life easier? The merchant, I'm going to make it a complete sentence. The merchant gives the parrot a new, larger cage to live in. A cage is still a cage no matter how big it is, so the parrot was probably not that appreciated. Does the parrot appreciate it? No. And why? Well, I think we both know that the parrot wanted to be free. Remember, pause the video if I wrote faster than you can write, and then catch up with me. I'm going to keep going here. Our next one asks these questions. How does the merchant feel about the cage he bought for the parrot? How does this view differ from the parrot's view? 96 and 97. So he's gone to his trip in India, and now here he is talking to the parrots in the forest. On the way to Persia, the merchant's caravan passed through a thick tropical key voice of his parrot. He saw beautiful birds that like his flying among trees. Stop the caravan. Books so you can see it. Stop the caravan, ordered the merchant. He stepped down and asked the birds to gather around. I have a message from your friend, the parrot. Sat on twisted banyan tree branches and listened. Okay, so far nothing. Let's see if we can't find it in this paragraph. Far away in India, I own a parrot that looks like you. He sent a message. He remembers flying in the forest and hearing your sweet voices and smelling the trees. He lives inside a beautiful cage that I bought for him. It has 3 golden swings. The question says, how did the merchant feel about the cage he bought the parrot? You can remember, you can make your sentence anything you want, or you can use mine. The merchant thinks it is beautiful. If you don't know how to spell beautiful, it's right there in our story. Beautiful. And has 3 swings. Like it's fun to swing inside of a cage. How does his view differ from the parents? I'm going to say their views are opposite. Merchant thinks it's beautiful and awesome, and the parrot obviously is like, I don't want to be in this cage anymore. Who would? Okay, so now we got 3 questions this one. How does the merchant react when the parrot falls from his swing? Why does he react this way, and what does this tell you about the merchant? That's on page 100 and 101. All right, I got some good ideas, but I'm going to look it up. And then the next one is, how does the parrot feel when he escapes the cage? The happy ending, right? He faked his death, and the merchant took him out, and he's really super sad, and now he escapes. And where did the parrot go? All right, now the theme is, what is the theme of the story? What lesson did you learn? I kind of think that I learned, hey, get some good advice from your good friends. Or maybe they're even his relatives. Maybe some of them were his sisters or brothers, or maybe even his parents were still alive. Papa parent, mama parent sent the message back with the guy, fake your death and escape. So my theme might be, listen to the advice of friends or relatives. All right, I'm going to let that bottom part for you guys to accomplish on your own. Okay? Flip it over. Let's check out the back. I like this back because it works with all of the different objectives that we were working this week. This week, I'd like you to pick 3 out of the 4. Any ones you want. 3 out of 4. So you could do this one up here if you thought that was pretty easy. This is the one that worked with the root words. This one's traders, so obviously the root word is trade. This one's tropical, and the root word is tropic. And you can use the sentence clues that you found on there, and then come up with a definition. If you choose the genre, as how do you know this is a folktale, I would go back and I'd get out my small read, and I'd go to folktale, and I'd use some of those bullet points on page 100 to help me with that one. How did the merchant deliver a secret message even though he did not even know it? That was what the whole story is about, the secret message. And the merchant thought that he was supposed to take a message to the parrots in the woods, when really the parrots in the woods sent the secret message back. And so you could write a little paragraph. Remember to fill up the lines here about the merchant and the message. And then the last category you get is any 3 of your vocabulary words. Now, we've never done this. We've always skipped it, so I'm going to model this one for you. Okay? Choose 3 highlighted vocabulary words from the text and complete the chart. So I'm going to go and I'm going to find some of these highlighted words. There's one. Sword. And I know what sword means, so I'm going to pick that one. So first you'd write the word here, sword. I like to put the page that I found it on because they like to do that. Page 102, sword. And then the definition. In an instant, the parrot fluttered his wing and soared up to the shop's dome ceiling. Fluttered wings means he's got to fly. So, to fly very high. To fly very high is what I put for my definition from the text. Okay? So then I'll go back and I'll try to find another. There's a trudged. There's fabric. There's dazzling. There's requested. I like requested, so I'm going to put that one down for my second one. And I'll do all 3. All right. So you guys can put 1 X in one of these. You're going to do 3 out of the 4. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Your choice. God bless your day.